A leaked Pentagon assessment obtained by the Washington Post alleges Prime Minister Justin Trudeau told NATO officials privately that Canada would never meet its defense spending goals. The document, which was leaked to the Discord messaging app, alleges Canadian armed forces suggested in February they could not conduct major operations while maintaining NATO leadership in Latvia and aid to Ukraine. The assessment also alleges deficiencies in Canada's military are harming ties with security partners and allies, including Germany and Turkey. The Prime Minister was asked about this leak, but he did not confirm whether he expressed concerns over NATO targets to officials.
We will continue to be working on investing in giving the support necessary to the men and women of the Canadian Forces to deliver, whether it's in Latvia, whether it's in NATO operations around the world or UN operations. Canada continues to be a partner that is much sought after, and that's why we're so pleased that we've invested increases in about 70% through our Strong, Secure, Engaged in defense spending. We've moved forward on modernization of NORAD. We're going to continue to be there to make sure that the women and men of the forces have the tools they need.
The spokesperson for the Minister of National Defense released a statement that reads in part, Canada is a founding member of NATO and has the 6th largest defense budget among the alliance's members. Our commitment to Euro-Atlantic and global security is ironclad, and we continue to make landmark investments to equip our armed forces. So for more on this, I want to bring in Jeremy Kinsman tonight. He is the former Canadian ambassador to Russia and the UK. Sir, it's good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Hi, Elena.
So what do you make of this? I mean, the Prime Minister obviously did not intend for this to get out. This is a leaked document, and it's not a good look. Your thoughts?
It's not a bad look, Lena. Who's looking? The Department of Defense of the United States, which is devoted to spending an awful lot of money on military budgets, is leaking this. I guess that's where it came from. What the Prime Minister said is what I would expect him to say. He spoke the truth to his colleagues. But what I'm surprised about is that the Department of Defense in the United States isn't dancing on their desks, because Canada has pledged to increase its defense budget by 70%, that's 70, over the 9 years from 2017. Our budget's about, I think it's about $27 billion bucks. So you just do 70% of $27 billion, and that's money we're spending on defense and not on, waiting lines for surgeries in this country. So it's a hell of a big hit, and I think we should feel great about it, and they should feel great about it. The second thing I'm surprised about from the United States is that they're talking to a customer who's just bought $19 billion worth of their aircraft. And I think they're kind of the wrong, I think it's the wrong message to be sending to your customer when we did have a choice. So having said that, on deficiencies, everybody knows that we have a kind of a wounded military right now because of all of the stuff that's gone on. Louise Arbour said that there's a culture that needs to be reformed. I think everybody in the military knows that and is working that way. But I think the military's been hammered enough. It's done an awful lot of good in Ukraine. It's trained 1/3 of the Ukrainian army. It's lost its confidence to do other things. I wish we would do something very much in Haiti. They say we can't do it because we got several hundred soldiers in Latvia. I think that's kind of unambitious. We don't have to send the military, but we have to do something. We need some more initiative in foreign affairs in our country. But right now, we are upping our commitment to NATO and very, very, very significantly. And I think we deserve congratulations and not criticism.
So, I mean, you talked about how you'd like to see more of a military presence, more troops in Haiti. You've also said that you think Canada's done a lot to increase our military presence and our budget our defense spending. But there is still that defense shortfall. What do you say to that?
Shortfall. It's a shortfall that's set up by the United States, which spends, I think, going upwards now toward 4%. The United States has military bases. I think there are 126 in the world or something. The United States has fought highly technologized military equipment-based wars in Vietnam and Iraq and Afghanistan, has lost them all. And so, there are other approaches to dealing with the world rather than militarizing the discourse in every possible respect. It is a dangerous world now. NATO is united. We are doing our part, Lena. Let's not get transfixed on a number of 2%. We, as a country, have always been below that 2%. But we, as a country, we put 1 million Canadians into the European wars of the 20th century, and 2.5, 3 years earlier than the Americans did. So we don't have any apologies to make.
Yeah, and you're very right in pointing out that we've never really hit that 2% target in defense spending. Do you have any concerns about what this leaked document might mean for our relations with our security partners and our allies?
Absolutely not. I mean, this is precisely what I suspect our ambassador. I know when I had to go to NATO and tell them that we were pulling the 5-6 packs of Canadian aircraft out of Germany. We had 4,000 soldiers we pulled out. You're very candid. You're saying this is what we're doing. We'll do something else. We are not a European country. We are committed to solidarity with our European allies. European defense has to be primarily a European matter with the support of North Americans and particularly the United States. And we do our part. We're a good ally. So I think what was said, what had to be said, I congratulate Trudeau for speaking the truth. He was talking about public opinion. He's just made a commitment to spend $19 billion on U.S.-made aircraft. I wouldn't want to put that to a poll in Canada right now, but he's gone and done it. And I think that he had a candid conversation with his colleague, and I suppose this was meant as a briefing in advance of President Biden's visit, and that's exactly what he's supposed to do. And I'm sorry it's been leaked, and I'm sorry there's a big deal being made out of it.
All right. Jeremy Kinsman, thank you as always for the interesting conversation. Mr. Kinsman is the former Canadian ambassador to Russia and the UK. Thanks as always.
Thanks a lot, Lena.